Hello, I'm Maurice Dimba. Welcome to this presentation. Today I'm going to show you how to create a storage tank staircase. In this case, we are going to use or work with cylindrical storage tank. As you know, construction of storage tanks are normally made of steel plates welded in courses, but for this case we want to use a hollow section profile and give it a full diameter of a storage tank for the purposes of showing you how to create a staircase for a cylindrical tank. And this is where we're heading to. We are trying to do, or will do, something exactly similar to this. Now from here I'm going to delete this, then start this afresh. And to create this hollow section or cylindrical shape, you first of all come to steel. After coming to steel, pick on column, place this column here. You place this column here, right there. No, right there. I had already converted this into cylindrical shape. Now it is picking a default of a hollow section. Initially it was a column. If you double click on it, it will give you properties of column properties. Now we create a column. Then after doing that, you come to after doing that, you double click on the column you've created. You come under column attribute, under column properties, then go to attributes, go to profile right there. Under profile, under this catalog dialog box, you will go to under circular hollow section. Now you will pick EPD or any profile that is cylindrical. Now at the moment we're working with the EPD. On EPD here, you'll be able to change the diameter of the tank you want to create a staircase for. This for our case we fed 20 meters, so just change that to 20 meters, then change the thickness of the plate right there. Go ahead and click apply and give it an OK right there. And since I've already done similar thing of that, I've already done it, there's no need of even going ahead and go and give it an OK. I just cancel that. Reason being, I want just to show you how I came about this cylindrical tank. Now we'll go straight away on staircase creation. Delete all this. Now to take you on, to pick you from the bottom end, we want to delete all this. Now to delete this, I'll just pick on that, then right click and come to delete. Then I'll pick on this, then right click, I'll come to delete right there. I'll do the same thing here. I just highlight that, right click and delete. Then come here, I'll pick on the threads. I'll come here and right click and delete. Now I'll come to these supports. I'll pick on that, right click and come here and delete. Perfect. And do the same thing to this part. Right click and delete that. Now what we are remaining with are the threads. We're remaining with the threads, and the threads are easy to create. Just how you can create a plate using a contour. I've demonstrated that on several videos on this channel. Now we want to create this. We want to create a staircase for our tank, and prior to doing that we have to create a thread elsewhere, then you bring it closer like this. To do that, after doing that, you snap at the bottom here, just come here, Let me just delete this. Let me delete this. Now, having created this plate, I'll pick on it and pick on copy. I'll pick it from this spot right there, then zoom out. I'll take it to this end. Just zoom closer, make sure you snap it on the right spot. I've placed it right there. I'll place it right there. Now from here, let me right click and interrupt just to end that copy command. And you can see an extension to that end. And to trim that is quite simple. We just come to edit right there. We want to pick 2 points here and transfer to our thread that is just next to it. We'll come to any position, we'll snap right there, and let me pick on this. Let me activate on that. Then after clicking on that end, I'll come here and snap right there. I'll come here and snap right there. Right click and interrupt. Now I'll pick on this spot and press my Ctrl V on the keyboard and pick on that spot. Reason being, we want to trim this end on the other plate, then copy that plate to this position. I'll right click and pick copy. I want to copy these points right on this spot. I'll zoom out, just zoom out and transfer those points to this location. Just transfer them there. Now what we want to do, or if you can't see this, is because they are below 0 or they are in the 0 level view, so it is assumed that they are invisible. Now we want to make them visible. Just click on that, press Ctrl and click that and raise it slightly above the 0 level by copying it from this bottom end to that end. Now you can see them turning red. Now they are visible. Now we go back to navigate, rotate with mouse and rotate it about that spot by pressing the left button on the mouse. Zoom in, out. We want to cut off this part. Now we'll come to edit. Now on edit, we want to cut using line. Then we'll pick line cut. We'll pick on that. Then the program will ask us, select the object to be cut. You want to cut this object. Then pick the first point on the cut line. This is our first point, and this will be our second point right here. Then again, it's asking us pick the side you want to remove. We want to remove this side. Right click. After right clicking, just right click again, interrupt to get off that trimming command. Right click again and refresh. Let me just cancel that. Right click and redraw. Redraw means refresh in Tekla Structures. Now we want to delete this. This was just a guide, just to help us pick a trimming points and transfer it to this plate. Then turn this, come to navigate and rotate, pick on that spot, turn this round like this. Right click and interrupt. I'll pick on the plate, as in this case is our thread. Right click and click copy. I want to pick it from this position right here. I'll zoom out and head to this spot right here where we intend to start our threads from. Right click and click on empty screen, then right click and redraw. Then now we want to give an offset of 400 mm from the 0 level. Right click and right click and come to special copy, come to linear, and we want to use the z-axis. The z-axis is pointing upward. Now we'll feed that or offset dimension here on the Z axis. We don't need a number of them, we just need one. Then we'll go ahead and click copy it upward like that. Now we don't need this. We don't need this. We'll delete it. Come here, navigate this and turn this round like this. Perfect. Here we are. Right click and redraw. Right click and redraw. From here we'll go to applications and component here and type RAD. R-E-D. We'll click on RAD. Pick on RAD there. Double click on that RAD. Here we are. Now from here on this radial array tool, we'll use this array radial tool to populate these threads to the utmost height of our tank. Now we'll use an angle here of 2. Then we need 73 threads. Step of the threads, the spacing of the threads will be 3 or 200 millimeter right there. 200 millimeter. Go ahead and modify, apply and accept. We've made our changes or our settings for our staircase. I'll rotate this by going to view, navigate and rotate with mouse. Now the radial array tool is active, that's why you're seeing my cursor is in a positive, or has a positive symbol now, and it's active, asking pick the position. Pick the position. We'll go back to array tool. We'll go to pick the object to be copied. We want this object to be copied. Then after picking the object you want to copy, press a middle button on the mouse. Then we'll switch back to our plan view. On our plan view, we'll pick the origin point. Our origin point is this point. We'll pick on that. Then after you realize the moment you've clicked the midpoint, the program will ask you, the Tekla structure will ask you pick on the x-axis, and our x-axis is pointing this direction, and we'll click on that direction. Again, it will ask you on the y-axis. The y-axis is that direction. We'll click on it. Perfect. You can see this, the threads have been populated around the tank or closer to the utmost height or the top roof of the tank. Interrupt that, then we'll switch back to our isometric view. We'll come to navigate right here and click on this and turn this round like this. That has been done. Now we want to create the posts, handrail posts. Now we'll come to steel. We'll pick on the steel beam right there. I want to use a steel beam, and I want to use this bottom end and this top end just to guide me in. Just click on the bottom end and just place your cursor on top here, and don't click, just place your cursor there. Then feed the full height or the height of the handrail post, which is 800 right there, 800. Then go ahead and click OK. After clicking OK, here beam will appear. A reason being it is a default size and profile of the beam. Now we'll modify this to our preferred size. We'll double click on that default profile. We'll come to attributes under column properties, then come here and select under profile, Then we'll go to hollow section again, hollow sections. Let's minimize this, then come to circular hollow sections right there. Then we will use CHS right there. We'll pick the smallest. We'll pick 42. Pick that. After picking your steel profile, apply and accept. Then come here again and do the same thing, apply and accept. Perfect. We'll double click on that. We'll close this. We'll double click on that. Just click on that. Click move from this bottom end to this end. Perfect. Now we want to populate this again. Just click on it. Just click on that tool. Then pick on the object you want to copy. Then press your middle button on the mouse. Then switch to plan view. Come to plan view right there. Then pick the midpoint right there. Then point on your x-axis. Then later on point on your y-axis right there. Press on the middle button. You'll switch to isometric view, and you'll be able to see all this has been populated here. All this has been populated here. Turn this and turn like that. Now our next move is to create the handrails. Now we want to create some points here to guide us in creating the handrails. We'll come to edit right there. We'll come to points. Now on points, to create the midpoint between this a point and a point here, we'll come to online right there and zoom this closer and snap right there and snap right here. Right click and exit from that command. Then come here and do just the same thing. Come to points and edit right here and pick that. Snap right there and snap right here. Perfect. Click OK. Now I will not close this because I'm still using it. Now I'll double click on this hollow section just to default on it. Double click on it, click apply, modify, apply and accept. Now I want to go to steel section. I'll pick beams right there, pick beam. I'll snap on this on this point and come here and snap right here. Still not defaulting on what we want. Just come to view, come to navigate here and rotate with mouse and turn this round. We want to convert this to a hollow section for our handrail. Now double click on this, then come to beam under profile. Now this is our profile catalog. Now we want to use circular hollow sections. We'll pick circular hollow sections here, right here, and we'll use this. We can use CHS. We can pick this one. Perfect. You can pick that and come here and apply and accept. Do the same thing here. Modify, apply and accept. Double click on this, drag this aside by pressing left button on the mouse. Come to position. You want to take this front. Or middle. Perfect. Apply and accept. We'll come here again and click on it and come to special copy linear. We want to copy it down here, and we'll use the z-axis. The z-axis will use the same dimensions, 400, because the full height of this post is 800. We'll use that, but we'll give a prefix of negative sign there and click copy. Apply and accept, then right click to exit that command. Now I'll go ahead and press Ctrl and select this, right click. That's a wrong step. Now we want to populate this. Having done this, we'll come to array tool here. After activating the array tool, we'll now press Ctrl, select that, and select this. Then you press the middle button on the mouse like that. Then switch to plan view. Then pick the midpoint of your tank like that. Then point on the x-axis direction, that is the x-axis. Then pick on the y-axis, that is the y-axis. Then press your middle button on the mouse. After doing that, switch back to your isometric view, and you will be able to see this. You'll be able to see the handrails placed perfectly. Handrails have been placed perfectly. And we want to place some reinforcements on our treads. We'll come to a steel beam right there. Pick on that, snap on that on the bottom end of that. They come straight on that spot. Double click on this. We want to change the profile of that. After double clicking on it, these beam properties will come up. Pick on the select under profiles. On that member, after double clicking on that member, this catalog of steel profile will come up. Then we'll select the appropriate steel member for tread support. We'll use a channel. We'll come there. We will use a C section here, a C section. Under C section, we'll pick RSC. We'll pick RSC there. We'll pick that member. After picking on it, apply and accept. Come here and do the same thing. Apply and accept. Double click on that. Double click on that and come to position. Come to position, and you can take it to front. Apply and accept. Come to that spot and come to and rotate using mouse. Pick on that. Turn this around like this. This will be welded, and you can populate this also along that line using the array tool. Now we'll delete that. Now that is how we create a staircase for storage tank. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Maurice Dimba. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to pay a visit to https://civilmax.com for very valuable engineering content. You'll be also be able to watch these videos directly from the website than going to YouTube. Thanks a lot. Let's meet on the next presentation. I'm Maurice Dimba, and bye bye.